Oh, I'm here for it. And from playing around in the real world to moving on to playing on a TV, we're back with professional gamer and tech enthusiast Grant Hinds, of course, to discuss the intriguing world of a new game on the block. It's called Tales of Kenzera Zao. Now, this new RPG has captured the attention of the gaming community with its immersive storytelling, as well as the innovative mechanics that are part of it. We got to dive into this, Grant. I mean, it looks like fun. The colors, the character. I'm not necessarily a gamer, but I'm telling you, this looks like my kind of game.
Look, this is awesome. And just as a kind of like a disclaimer, we've had Abu Bakr Salim on the show.
Yep.
He's the actor from Raised by Wolves.
Yep.
And he is the game director behind this.
Wow.
And it was his dream to present a game that was not with Western mythology. We're tired of all these stories of like Norse mythology and all that kind of stuff. This is a game about African mythology.
Wow.
So I think it's such a cool idea and such a cool vibe. It plays like all these side-scrolling games like Castlevania or Metroidvania or like Ori. I don't know if you've ever played Ori, Will of the Wisps. It's got that ability, but as you can see, it's very like precise in the way that it plays, and you need a lot of skill in order to actually play it, which is great. So you learn the skill as you.
That's what I was going to
progress.
ask. So as you play the game, you can build up the skill. So I can actually approach this as a newbie, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's perfect. So what sets this apart? I mean, you did mention the African story building and storytelling, but what really sets Zao apart from other games?
I think it's a very tight game. It's very good to play. It's about 6 hours long. So it's a relatively short game, but the storytelling really does set it apart.
Yeah.
So you play Zao, who is a shaman.
Okay.
And he is mourning the loss of his father.
Wow.
And he speaks to the ancestors. He's got this mask. I've got this mask, so I could change my ability. So this is like the moon ability, which is more like shooting arrows, and then I can change my masks to like the sun, which is more like, here we go. So we've got some bad guys to beat. And with these abilities, I'm swapping between these two. And then like, you see how I'm combining my tricks? Like a fighting game, kind of.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Like a Tekken.
Yes. So like now I've lowered his health, but I can go, see how, there we go.
I'm so impressed by your multitasking right now.
You know, this is me, man. This is how
This is crazy.
This is what I do. So it's this incredible story that Abu Bakr himself, he lost his father.
Wow.
And he's telling the story of loss and mourning through an African tale. You speak to the ancestors as you play the game, which is so cool, right?
Such a nice addition.
Right? And here we go. So this is your uncle. So also like African voice artists and African design, and it's just so refreshing to see an international game caring about us and our stories that we have on our continent, as opposed to, and bringing them to the limelight. This is an EA original. This is on Games Pass. This is on every console, pretty much. And the whole world has a way of now partaking in our stories. Look at even the graphic design of like,
even the housing, the Ndebele painting.
Yeah, it's so beautiful, and I think every African should play it. Like if you're into games and you're an African, you should play it. But everybody around the world who is interested in fantasy and mythology, that wants to hear a story that is completely original from us, this is a great game to play.
So I was going to ask you what you think the future of gaming is going to look like, especially with this edition, because it is original, it is something fresh. Do you see more of this going forward?
So Tales of Kenzera, it's kind of like, the name Lord of the Rings, right?
Yes.
Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that Zao is one of the stories in the Tales of Kenzera. So I'm hoping that there are going to be more.
Yeah.
I know he's working on some other projects at the moment, but that's a big passion for him, is to bring these African stories. And I'm so appreciative that he took the time to do that.
Yeah.
And consulted with Africans, people in South Africa, and game developers here to create a really exciting story.
Wow. I really can't wait, so this is Zao. I can't wait to see like a woman warrior. I honestly, especially after watching Woman King, would really love to see that all play out. I mean, can you imagine? Again, Kalunga, the ancestors.
Yeah, so and part of communing with the ancestors is a big part of the game, right?
Yeah.
So a big part of how you get your strength and your sources and your powers.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, right?
That's
like
incredible.
It's so cool. So I'm very impressed with what they've done. Yeah, and also we've got so many exciting African stories that just don't often get told. They're not in our history books at school. Like, it's really frustrating.
Yeah.
And like, games are such a cool medium to be able to tell those stories.
Yes.
So
Because
hopefully.
you're doing it in a way that's fun, it's engaging, it's interactive, and you're definitely learning along the way. Oh, Grant, I love this. Thank you for a meeting with Death. What a way to end things off. Thank you for
But
sharing
Death is
us
kind of
this
like an
way.
uncle. He's not like the Grim Reaper.
Okay,
You know what I mean? He's chill.
I love this. Okay, Tales of, let me get this name right. Kenzera Zhao is what you need to definitely get your hands on. I mean, Grant Hinds has really led the way when it comes to African storytelling in the gaming world, and I hope that you too will get your hands on one of these. You said it's available on all consoles, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So it's available, and it's available online, so you can go to your online store and purchase it. And I think it's one of those sleeper hits this year that, especially for us as South Africans, is just like awesome.
You need to. Don't you sleep on it, is what I'm saying. And once you play it and experience it, please let us know your thoughts on the matter. I want to have a try, Grant.
Go for it.
Am I gonna kill Zhao?
No, don't do that. You are Zhao. Come on.
I am Zhao. Okay, Sanele, please wish me luck, girl, as I continue in this world of Kenzera.